I've been with Prime for 34 years, and I'm finishing my 7th 4-year lease. We do 4 years on the flatbed. And actually, when I left the cab over Freightliner, I came here, and then when I got my first lease truck, I kept it about a year and I bought it, and then I ended up leasing my next truck, and that started me with my 7 straight 4-year leases. Trucking companies these days, you see where, they're there 2, 3, 4 years, and then they go find somebody else. And I was kind of like that when my dad decided, he said, hey, let's go work for Prime on the flatbed. And I said, well, I didn't really want to, because I had had a bad experience with 4 years of trucking prior, and I thought, I'm not doing it again. He said, it'll be different. So I expected to be here about 6 years, a year. I just kind of, go with the flow on it. And here I am 34 years later. When I got my first 1,000,000 miles, it was like, I didn't even realize I had done that till they told me. I thought, well, that's cool. Okay. I didn't even think about the second, because I'm just going to keep doing what I did to get to the first one. And, so when I got to the third 1,000,000 miles, I thought, okay, hey man, I tell every driver that ever reaches that 1,000,000 miles, and I would just tell them, whatever you did to get that first 1,000,000 miles, just keep doing it. If that's what got you to that one, it'll get you to the second one, the third one, and on. And safety is the main issue here anyway. When I finish the lease and everything, and I get that bonus, which is fantastic. I mean, it's just amazing that they even give you a bonus. Most companies would probably say, hey, here's your next truck. But they have such a great program. And I take that. I don't take a vacation throughout the 4 years. Holiday rolls around, if I'm home, I'm home. And then I take the 6, 7 weeks off. I come back before that 2 months is up. And that's when I take that money, work on my place, invest it in my house and the property. And we get to do things that, we just normally wouldn't be able to do. And that's kind of like my retirement, is taking those bonuses and fixing it up so when I do retire, it'll be ready for me there at home. I'm here at the Fire and Ice to having their end of the lease dinner, which is fantastic. The food is great. We eat here from time to time anyway, and the food's always great. It just seems like whenever I finally get that chance for camaraderie there, to get with the people that I talk to on the phone but don't see that often, and it's just a great warm feeling to sit and visit, and then I get to meet other drivers that are in the same position, turning in leases, and introduce ourselves. I may never even see them again, but it was fun just getting to hear their stories, and then I get to tell a few of my stories too. For a new driver coming on, we're all individuals. We have our own ideas of what we want. Some might not even know what they want out of trucking because they've never done it before. And they've got to give it, to get in it, give it a good year, 2 years, and then, really decide if that's what they want to do. I don't want to see a driver come in, grab a lease truck, and a year later say, I'm sorry, I don't want to do this. They need to be dedicated and ready for that commitment to get on a lease truck and complete it. Some drivers, I've got buddies of mine that would never do a lease. They just like being a company driver. And then other drivers, there's no way they want to be a lease driver. That's just a preference, personally, that they have for themselves. But me, as leasing the trucks, I wouldn't do it any other way.